Now, KOB Eyewitness News 4 at 5.
Our big story tonight is something you never want to joke about. A hoax is circulating on social media claiming a mass shooting with a number of deaths happening right here in Albuquerque. And APD wants everyone to know there's absolutely no truth to that report. And we do have some breaking news to get to right now. Albuquerque City Hall is on lockdown after someone was seen inside City Hall with a gun causing a disturbance. Let's go out live to Kasha Grigorchik, who is at the scene right now. Kasha, I can see it's a very active situation behind you. What can you tell us right now? Well, APD officers are clearing the scene right now, and moments ago they were inside the Fuddruckers right behind me conducting their investigation. Cassandra Crimmy will have your weekend forecast in just a minute from the Weather Center. As you can see right below us, Steve Sucker is live in Gallup for the Run for the Wall event. Now, big question for you. Would you panic or freeze if you saw someone who needed medical attention? Well, today a city employee will be recognized for doing what many people really wouldn't do. Barbara says Richard was walking along here last week in the middle of the night when he was struck and hit by a car. As you can see, there are no sidewalks here and there were no street lights. Do you know what I have here in this envelope?
It's the $400 for Dawn.
It's the $400 for Dawn, right. So, are you ready to pay it forward?
Yes, I'm ready to pay it forward.
And Colton, Poppy is a little nervous.
Oh, my little baby.
Because word on the street is that a new puppy is coming to town.
Yes, yeah, we're adopting a new dog.
Expectant father here.
Yeah, I know.
We're hoping they become boyfriend and girlfriend. We're in the 9 Mile Hill area where a lot of people come out to ride their quads on the weekend. And take a look, it's sort of Albuquerque's unofficial dumping ground. You see there's trash all over the place. First rally is this afternoon. That's up in Santa Fe at the Santa Fe Community College. It starts at 3, but the doors for this event will open at 1. Then he's going to make his way down to Albuquerque and give a speech at the Albuquerque Convention Center. Now take a look. Albuquerque police say they had several officers injured by people throwing rocks and even bottles at them. This is pretty crazy, but how does an Albuquerque mom end up with this many mugshots? Take a look. Well, we asked whether officials see this as a Justice Department failure. It's a cold winter night in Gallup. The temperature is 13 degrees, but it's not uncommon for it to drop well below zero during the coldest part of the season. But Miles James spends hours out in the frigid temperatures 4 nights a week, scouring the no man's land areas of the small city.
I found a guy right here not too long ago, like 2 weeks. I was around this time. It wasn't as cold though.
Looking for people who have passed out after having a few too many to drink with no place to sleep.
If they drink too much, like they don't feel the cold. Right. Like they think they're a lot warmer than they actually are.
He's one of several Gallup Community Service aides on ditch patrol detail. 7 people have died out here in the last few months. Some of them froze to death. Some died of alcohol poisoning. But the cold contributed to all the deaths. Last winter, it was 17 people.
Where we're going to now is a big arroyo not too far, where they found a couple exposures not too long ago.
How long does it take for someone to freeze to death in that sort of environment?
30 minutes. 30 minutes. Doesn't take long, especially if you've been drinking.
The city is 23 miles from the Arizona state line and has a population of about 20,000. A state representative who serves this area claims on the weekends that number could jump to 90,000 people. Some come to the city from up to 120 miles away. Many are from the Navajo Nation and Zuni Pueblo. Officials say the sad truth is a lot of them are coming into the city to drink because alcohol can't be bought on the res. Are the majority of those who die in those exposure deaths Native Americans?
Yes, no question. I think right now I would say that last year and this year are probably 100% Native American.
Chad, find your back, dude. Okay, find your back. Oh my God.
The community's response to this ugly problem? The Nanajuhi Center, also known as NCI.
NCI shelter detox was primarily for intoxicated people to pick up.
The Detox Center was launched in 1992 in response to the public drunkenness problem. For nearly 25 years, the feds and state officials also helped keep it running along with the Navajo Nation.
It's a community problem. It's a surrounding government problem. It's an issue that maybe the health services could help us with. It's not a simple answer. It's not a simple solution.
The NCI is a place where community service aides and police can drop people off to sober up and sleep for the night so they don't end up passing out in the open areas. But funding has dried up over the years. It's been a constant battle to keep it open and provide the bare minimum in treatments. Funding for the center is set to run out at the end of this month, but the cold will likely last through March and into April.
If you had 15 people die in a major metro city across our country, in America, it'd be an epidemic.
Let's get this car going.
But over the decades, officials say at least 100 people have died. This man's cousin froze to death in the ditches on Christmas Eve.
He came out and then he just wanted to go home, and that's what he was doing. And on the way home, he just froze.
Gallup police and the CSAs say their ditch patrolling saves lives, which is why James continues to do this work.
Who else is going to look for these people besides us? Within the city limits, no one looks for them but us.
But as the sun comes up over this western New Mexico city, some people see it as a chance to start over.
I've been sober for about maybe almost a year now. Yeah, I just keep it one day at a time and keep positive attitude.
You just saw the problem Gallup has literally been dealing with for decades. Now that detox center could close before winter is even over. In part 2 of our series that airs tonight, I'm going to show you what short-term solutions are there so no one else will die this year. Also, the long-term solution that can be dealt with in a way that works for everybody. Colton, Shone, KOB Eyewitness. As much as she wanted, Lila Casey never thought she'd be able to erase part of her past.
Held me back on how I feel emotionally in relationships that I've had.
An ex-boyfriend's name runs skin deep across her torso, hip to hip.
I've had this tattoo on me almost a dozen years now, 11 and a half years. And to me, it's like a brand name. It's from somebody that was abusive. And so I've been trying to research and find out how I could get it off.
She called around, getting quotes upwards of $4,000 to remove it. Enter Don Maestas, a laser technician with D Inc.
Don Maestas is an angel for New Mexico. She removes tattoos from women that have been branded with their abuser's name, giving a chance and a clean start.
And she does it all for free for domestic violence victims.
Please select Don Maestas. This woman is priceless and of great humane value to our state. Thank you so much.
Do you know what I have here in this envelope?
It's the $400 for Don.
It's the $400 for Don, right. So, are you ready to pay it forward?
Yes, I'm ready to pay it forward.
All right, let's count them out. 100, 200, 300, and 400. All right, let's go do this.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. Hi, I'm Colton Shone with KOB Eyewitness News 4, and Lila here nominated you for our Pay It Forward program. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
What would you like to say to her?
Thank you so much for changing people's lives and being a gem that's priceless for New Mexico. And I have something for you that the news wanted me to give you. It's not as much as you're worth at all, but here's 100, 200, 300, $400.
Aw, baby.
Thank you so much for everything that you do.
All right, start now.
This is Lila's second removal session with Dawn. The wands going over the tattoo is undoing years of bad memories. The ink, already starting to fade, should be completely gone after several more sessions. It could take years.
It's a lengthy process, but it's well worth it.
I think people think when the violence stops that somehow it's just over and that they get to go on and live. And it's such a long healing process. It takes years and years, and I know what that feels like. I'm just gonna do them real quick, okay? It's just a touch.
Lila says she's already gained back a lot of self-confidence she thought she lost forever, and looks forward to the day her skin is wiped clean.
I don't ever forget them. They're with me always. But I look forward to that day where I don't hear from them anymore, and that I know that life is so good that they don't need me. And so I live for those days.
Colton Shone, KOB Eyewitness News 4. The rescue crews found the wreckage site and those on board today. Tonight, I talked to a family member of the victims who says they will definitely be missed. 12:37 Monday afternoon. That was the time this photo was sent to Nathan Shields. It was part of the last message from his aunt, Sherry Couch, who's pictured here on the plane we'll ever send him.
Saying that there were storms in the area and it was high winds, and then we didn't hear anything at all.
Shields says Sherry and her husband, Tim Couch, were heading to Las Vegas, Nevada from Wichita Falls, but they never made it.
I know people say that, this person was such a good person when they passed away, but these were they were good. Very good.
New Mexico State Police says the single-engine Cessna crashed near the Sandia Crest ski area.
There were no survivors on the plane.
Rescue crews were out all night trying to find the plane.
It's been a difficult mission because of the weather. It's been just very extreme conditions with the temperature, the winds, the snow. It's approximately 6 inches to a foot of snow in that area, very rugged and very steep.
We're learning that pilot Brian Moore was also on board. Sherry snapped this photo of him and her husband in the cockpit before the plane went down.
We just got back from vacation in Florida with them. There's 21 of us that went, and just gonna miss it.
New Mexico State Police officials say the NTSB as well as the FAA will head to the wreckage site tomorrow to investigate how this plane went down. Reporting live in Albuquerque tonight, I'm Colton Shone, KOB Eyewitness News 4.